Next little segment here is all about Twitter, i.e. X, but I'm still calling it Twitter because Twitter is just a better name. I think I'm doing Elon Musk a favor by calling it Twitter and not X because X is stupid. And I'm just waiting for the day that where he officially changes the name back to Twitter, probably after he sells it. Because you guys understand that Musk is eventually going to have to sell Twitter to somebody else, right? It's going to be a massive fucking failure, and he's going to have to sell it. And then whoever buys it from him, which they will buy it for way, way less than Elon Musk paid, is going to change the name back to Twitter. That will happen someday within the next, I give it 5 years. 5 years because Twitter is bleeding out like crazy. Twitter is losing money left and right. It's a lost leader for sure. It's definitely losing money, and that's what this story is all about, see? Because what's going on with Twitter? Elon Musk is suing people who don't want to advertise on Twitter. So what the fuck is going on here? Why is this so crazy? Well, see, a little bit of backstory here. Elon Musk is a rich moron. There's just no way around it. He's a rich guy, and he's kind of fucking stupid. And he decided a few years back that he was going to buy Twitter and then turn it into the public town square. That was his vision. He wanted it to be the free speech zone town square where anybody could come and say anything he wanted. Well, what does that mean exactly? That means that you can't really get banned for saying hate speech on Twitter anymore, because that's exactly how it shook out. And once Elon Musk finally paid more for Twitter, like 10 times more than it was actually worth, he turned around and unbanned all of the Nazis, unbanned all of the fucking hate speech people, and now Twitter sucks ass because it's filled with fucking white supremacists and Nazis and hate speech. And it's really funny because all of the like Twitter ripoffs that sprang up, things like Getter and Parler and all that, all those places are going out of business because there's no reason for anybody to use those anymore. Like True Social, no reason for anybody to use those anymore, because if you're a white supremacist, you can just go on Twitter. You don't have to like go to some Twitter ripoff in order to make fun of Jews or something like that. You could just do it straight on Twitter now because Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck. He laid off all of the fucking content moderators. And what does that mean? When you're an advertiser, well, let's imagine that you, say, have a company and you sell microwave popcorn. You know, Dave's microwave popcorn, right? Do you want the ads for your popcorn showing up on some fucking white supremacist, some white nationalist tweet? Some guy talking about the 14 words, or like with a name like Jew Hunter 88 or something like that. Like, do you want your advertisement showing up next to that guy's tweet? No, you don't, because you don't want your advertisement being associated with hate speech. So since Elon Musk unbanned all the fucking Nazis, then all the advertisers decided, hey, we're not going to spend our money here. And that made Elon Musk angry, because if there's one thing Elon Musk doesn't like, is that he doesn't like it when people don't give him money for doing nothing. See, that's kind of how Elon Musk made all of his money, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, he made his money by going out buying successful companies who were already doing stuff and then taking credit for it, and then getting lots of free money from the government in order to continue on with the companies that he had no hand in forming or didn't do any of the work for. So, you know, when you watch Iron Man 2, for example, Elon Musk is like in the movie and he's like, it's the real life Tony Stark. It's like, no, he's not fucking Tony Stark. He's a professional CEO. That's what Elon Musk is. He's a professional CEO. He buys successful companies and runs them into the ground is what he does. Because that seems to be what's happening with everything that he puts his fucking hands on. But that's a video for another time. So yeah, Elon Musk really doesn't like it when people don't give him money for doing nothing, so he's decided, I'm gonna sue the advertisers, which I don't understand why he thinks that's going to make them want to give him more money just by suing them or whatever. So here's a video from Linda Yaccarino. She is the puppet CEO of Twitter, which I guess she likes to call X. Stupid fucking name. And let's listen to what she has to say.
Hey everybody. I was shocked by the evidence uncovered by the House Judiciary Committee that a group of companies organized a systematic illegal boycott against X. It is just wrong, and that is why we are taking action. Today, we filed an antitrust lawsuit against the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, 4 of its key members, and the World Federation of Advertisers. These organizations targeted our company and you, our users. The evidence and facts are on our side. They conspired to boycott X, which threatens our ability to thrive in the future. That puts your global town square, the one place that you can express yourself freely and openly, at long-term risk.
Now, you may be wondering, since when is it illegal to boycott something? When is that illegal? Well, it isn't illegal for you and me to boycott something. It's not even illegal for me to start an organization and then to use that organization to promote a boycott of a certain company or industry. That's not illegal, but it is illegal for corporations to essentially all get together and then decide that we're not going to do business with XYZ. That is kind of, or, it's sort of like pooling, or it's a trust almost, and that's kind of illegal. You ever go to get gas and you're at the gas station and then you look around and you notice that all the gas stations have the same price? That's pooling. Or another example of that is, say, everybody who makes crackers. They all get together and they all decide we're going to raise the price of all of our different brands of crackers to $6 a box, something like that. And then you just go to the grocery store and the minimum price for crackers is $6, and that's just what it is. That's illegal. That's actually, there's antitrust laws against that. And that's what Elon Musk is trying to use in order to sue these 4 companies, these various companies. There's 4 people named in the lawsuit, in order to sue them because they don't want to advertise on his platform, because they don't want to give him money. So he's suing them. And it's kind of bullshit, but I mean, there is a law against that. It is technically illegal to what he's framing, but I don't think what they're doing is a trust kind of action. It's not a monopoly. No, that's not what it is at all. That's just my opinion, though I'm not a lawyer. Anyway, there's still about a minute left, so let's listen to a little more.
People are hurt when the marketplace of ideas is constricted. No small group of people should be able to monopolize what gets monetized. This group is no match for the power of our users. All of you, the very same users.
Now, I would just like to comment on what she just said right there, too. She just said no small group should be able to monopolize what is monetized. Well, here's the thing. It has nothing to do with a group deciding this speech is good and this speech is bad. It has to do with the free speech of the companies who are advertising. See, the Supreme Court, in their infinite wisdom, have decided that money is a form of speech, and that's why corporations are allowed to donate money to political campaigns without restriction. You have things like PACs and stuff like that, Citizens United, that kind of thing, right? They've decided that corporations are people and that money is speech. And that sounds like bullshit to anybody with a functioning brain, but that's what our Supreme Court decided. And it logically extends from that. Corporations also have freedom of speech, does it not? I mean, if you're going to believe corporations are people, then you have to believe that corporations have freedom of speech, which means that they are allowed to express that freedom of speech through who they decide to support, who they decide to advertise with, who they decide to do their business with. There is no mechanism in the government. There's no law saying that a corporation has to spend money with this platform, or this corporation has to do business with this other corporation. That is not a thing. And it doesn't matter if they had a group or a trade union or something like that, or an advertising advocacy group or whatever. It doesn't matter how they came to that decision. They are allowed to spend their money in the way they see fit. Imagine you have a company, like I said, Dave's Popcorn. Is the government allowed to come to you and say, okay, Dave, you have to buy airtime this certain TV station? You have to buy commercials for this radio station. You have to put ads on this website. Is the government allowed to do that? No. That's bullshit, which is why I think this lawsuit doesn't have a fucking leg to stand on. Let's continue on.
That have driven usage of X to all-time highs. I joined X because I believe in the power of the global town square. Its users like...
By the way, the opposite of that is true. Twitter use is at an all-time low now. Because of Elon Musk. Because people left because he let all the fucking Nazis and white supremacists back on. And so people are telling him to go fuck off with their own use. Right? They're going to things like Threads and Instagram and shit like that. And Mastodon, that kind of thing. Because, you know, fuck Twitter.
You, people of all backgrounds and opinions, who make X indispensable. You deserve an open platform where your views can be expressed without restriction and without fear. To all of you who have been part of this transformative journey that we're on, thank you.
Okay, enough. Fuck this woman. One more comment here. That little part where she says you deserve a platform where you deserve to be able to express yourself without restriction or fear. X is not that platform. Twitter is not that platform. Okay. 2 weeks ago, after Donald Trump got nearly assassinated, libs of TikTok was out there doxing people who didn't express enough solidarity with Donald Trump. Harassing people. And, you know, libs of TikTok, right, made a name for herself. Her name's like Raya Chayek or some shit like that. She made a name for herself by harassing gay and LGBT and trans people. And she's been doing that for years. The libs of TikTok account, you know, Raya Chayek or whatever the fuck her name is. I can't remember her name. Some kind of weird name like that. She's been doing that for years. So, literally years. Twitter has not been safe. It's not been a safe place. If you're gay, if you're trans, it's been a place where you, even if you didn't post on it, somebody could dox you, get your home address, and then people would harass you. And for years, gay and trans people and LGBTQ people have been losing their jobs, being harassed. Maniacs have been showing up at their fucking houses, harassing them. Stuff like that, calling their jobs, getting them fired from their jobs, calling their schools. These have been things that have been going on because of Twitter. Because Twitter doesn't fucking moderate that shit. Because this is what happens when you have an unmoderated platform like that. Is that people come on and they abuse it. And Twitter has not done shit to stop that. They've encouraged it. The people who did get kicked for that kind of behavior, they let them back on. So no, X is not safe. Twitter is not safe. I still hate that fucking name X. It's not safe. It hasn't been safe. It's never been fucking safe. Okay? So that's the first thing that I disagree with there. Secondly, if Twitter goes out of business, which it will eventually go out of business because Elon Musk is a fucking moron and spent 10 times more than what the fucking company's worth because he's a goddamn idiot. He spent like $42 billion. It's absolutely fucking... That's a joke. $42 billion. You know, to put that in perspective, the Fox sale to Disney was $50 billion. When Fox sold all of their IPs to Disney, like Disney got back the X-Men and stuff like that, you know, for Marvel movies, but all of the Fox IPs, Alien, Predator, Futurama, The Simpsons, Family Guy, all of that stuff. Grownish, Blackish, that kind of thing. How I Met Your Mother, all of the Fox TV shows and cartoons and IPs, you know, all of that stuff now belongs to Disney. Every single one of those IPs costs $50 billion. That's how much we're talking here. And that's what Elon Musk paid for fucking Twitter. He fucked himself up, right? And Twitter, even at that time, was not making a profit. And this is why it sucks so much now, because he had to fire so many fucking people, because it cost too much to run. And now this is why he put in like the stupid fucking $8 blue check thing and all of this stuff, because he needs money, because he spent a goddamn fortune, more money that he actually had, in order to buy the fucking thing. Because he's a fucking moron. He's a fucking moron and an idiot. So that's what's going on there. Back when all of this was happening, right, this was Elon Musk's reaction when advertisers started dumping him on Twitter. This is what he said about advertisers leaving because he wouldn't moderate his content.
I hope they stop. You hope... don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But...
Go yourself. Is that clear?
I like how this guy next to him is like, but, because see, advertising dollars is not blackmail. It's the way you pay your employees. See, Elon Musk doesn't understand this because he's a fucking idiot. He's never actually had a paycheck before. He's been born with more money than everybody watching this currently has ever had or ever will have in their entire life. When Elon Musk was a fetus, he had more money than you. Let's just keep that in mind. So just remember that. Elon Musk has never actually had to show up to work for anything in his entire life. He could always, at any given moment, he could just retire, just like, fuck it, I'm going to stay home and stay in my underwear and watch cartoons all day because I'm rich. So he doesn't understand the value of actual money, right? He doesn't actually understand, like, hey, this is shit that people need to survive. Because he's never actually needed it before, because he's always had, like, tons and tons and tons of it. That's what happens when you're fucking born rich. You turn into an entitled asshole. And the guy next to him is blown away by that, because he's like, dude, this is how the fucking company runs, you giant fucking idiot. Advertising dollars is not bribes. Now, here's the thing. If you're talking about, oh, well, we don't want to advertise on your network because you have this certain political view. Okay, I can understand that. You know, you see that a lot, for example, like, say, companies that own, like, defense contracts or whatever, not advertising something like one of their subsidiaries on, like, a network because they have anti-war coverage, that kind of thing. Right? The Young Turks talk about this shit all the time, too. And it's true, yeah, advertisers have agendas, and they won't advertise on you if you're have a political stance this way or that way. But that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is the advertisers saying to him, hey, we don't want hate speech next to our ads. We're not going to advertise if you don't get rid of the hate speech. And Elon Musk saying, go fuck yourself. So the different companies decided, hey, he doesn't want our money. Let's go fuck ourselves. And then they left, and they didn't give him any money, and now he's all butthurt over it. That's exactly what's going on here. So this is why his shit's going to fail. I can't wait until he goes to trial, and then, like, the company that he's trying to say is colluding to not pay him money plays that video in front of the jury. Let's see how well that shit turns over. There, of course, have already been some casualties because of Elon Musk's fucking lawsuit. Here's an article that I want to read to you guys from CNN. Elon Musk's ex just sued a nonprofit advertising group out of existence. Let's go ahead and read this. A major ad industry group is shutting down days after Elon Musk's own ex filed a lawsuit that claimed the group illegally conspired to boycott advertising on its platform. GARM, G-A-R-M, is a small not-for-profit initiative, and recent allegations that unfortunately misconstrue its purpose and activities have caused a distraction and significantly drained its resources and finances, the group told in a statement Friday. GARM therefore is making the difficult decision to discontinue its activities. The group Global Alliance for Responsible Media, oh my god, fuck off, CNN, also known as GARM, is a voluntary ad industry initiative run by the World Federation of Advertisers that aims to help brands avoid having their advertisements appear alongside illegal or harmful content. GARM confirmed it is still planning to defend itself in court. So what does that mean? This is a group that coordinates with advertisers who don't want their ads to show up next to white supremacist content, next to Nazis, next to child porn, shit like that. And the thing is, that's an expression of the speech of those companies. That's it. It simply is. Like I said before, if you're going to believe that a corporation is a person, then you have to believe that corporations have freedom of speech. Let's go ahead and move down a little bit here. This is all shit that we already know. Going down a few paragraphs, however, the lawsuit could drive away even more advertisers from X. Nadia Jammy and Claire Atkin, founders of the watchdog group Check My Ads Institute, wrote in an op-ed Thursday, "Everyone can see that advertising on X is a treacherous business relationship for advertisers." And that's true. I mean, why would you want to advertise on a platform who threatens to sue you if you don't advertise on the platform? I mean, if you stop advertising, are you going to get a lawsuit from them saying that, no, you have to give us more money? Like, get the fuck out of here. The lawsuit claims GARM organized to collectively withhold billions of dollars in advertising from Twitter because the group was concerned that the platform had deviated from brand safety standards after Musk's acquisition in late 2022. First off, I like how they use the word Twitter in the lawsuit and not X. And secondly, that's exactly correct. The platform had deviated from brand safety standards after Musk's acquisition in 2022. That's exactly what happened. You can go on Twitter right now and find white supremacist Nazi shit and people fucking harassing other people and doxing people all over the fucking thing. And Elon Musk doesn't do shit about it. I know this because whenever I'm active on Twitter and somebody calls me a racial slur or tells me to fuck off or like harasses me, and then I report their fucking tweet, it never gets taken down. It always comes back, this tweet did not violate our terms of service or whatever. What the fuck do you have to do to violate the terms of service on Twitter now? One more paragraph and then we'll go ahead and end this. GARM was set up in 2019 after the Christchurch, New Zealand mosque shootings, where the murderer live-streamed the network on Facebook. Following that, brands faced issues where their ads were placed next to illegal or harmful content. The group said in a statement, GARM said its group reduced such ads from 6.1% in 2020 to 1.7% in 2023. Brands raised similar concerns when Musk acquired X in 2022, taking the platform's core ad business. Many brands pulled their spending over concerns that the ads might run alongside misinformation or hate speech, which Musk himself has occasionally promoted. The suit also continues Musk's habit of feuding with the advertisers whose money he relies on. Last year, he told brands who had left the platform to go fuck themselves. So anyway, I'll put the link to this down in the thing if you guys want to read it. I think Elon Musk is delusional. I can't see any way whatsoever how he wins this lawsuit. It's like, you can't just sue someone who doesn't want to do business with you, let alone the fact that he's there on video telling advertisers to fuck off. Who does this fucking guy think he is? You know what he thinks he is? He thinks he owns everything because he's rich. And that's what happens when you're born with a silver fucking spoon in your mouth. You think that you own everything and everyone, and everybody has to do everything that you fucking say. And if it doesn't happen, then somehow it's some kind of injustice. It's like the divine right of kings almost. People like Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all these other people who are just born with more money than anybody should legally allowed to fucking have. They just think they own everything and everyone, and everybody is just beholden to their every whim and desire. And fuck these people. Fuck these people. I hope Elon Musk crashes and burns hard. I hope fucking Twitter goes out of business. I hope he has to sell it for like less than $1 billion. I've never seen anybody who deserves to fail more than this son of a bitch. And it's really telling. It's like his entire life he's just been allowed to fail upwards. Every time he fucks up, every fucking stupid thing that he makes, you know, fucking the hyper tunnel, the fucking Cybertruck, all this dumb shit, buying Twitter for fucking like $42 billion. What the fuck are you even thinking? And people just keep giving him more money, giving him more money, giving him more money. It's like, when are we going to stop giving this asshole our money? I just don't understand people sometimes, folks. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Everybody stay cool, stay safe, and I will talk to you all later. Adios.
Hello folks, if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, please consider buying something from my Etsy shop, supporting me on Patreon, liking and subscribing, and checking me out across my social media links listed below. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.